Hello, welcome to Vishnu IAS Presents Daily News Protocol. In this Daily News Protocol, we have been analyzing the important articles of the Hindu. Let us look at today's important articles. Retail inflation quickens to an almost 8-year high at 7.8%. April CPI inflation spurred to higher food costs with CPI racing at 8.4%. Here, let us look at what CPI inflation is. CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. It means basically the changes that takes place in your daily food items, your fuel, your footwear, etc. This CPI is released by NSO office, National Statistical Office. Basically, CPI calculates both your services and goods like your food, medical care, education, electronics, footwear, your housing, etc. There are 4 kinds of CPI inflation. This is because not everybody consumes to the same needs. Accordingly, they have been divided into 4 different types. They are your industrial workers, your agricultural laborers, rural laborers, and CPI combined. The most important aspect that you have to remember is the first 3 is calculated by Labour Bureau from the Ministry of Labour, while the CPI combined is released by MOSPI. The base year for CPI is calculated for 2012, but recently the CPI for industrial workers, this base year has been shifted to 2016. In this perspective, we will also look at what wholesale price index is. Wholesale price index is basically calculated for the wholesale things. That means it gives the producer perspective and not the consumer perspective. That's why WPI is majorly criticized for. This is released by Office of Economic Advisor, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. You'll also have to remember that in WPI, services are not calculated. Only the goods are calculated. For this, the base year of All India WPI has been recently revised from 2011-12 to in 2017. Let us look at the difference between CPI and WPI. Like we have discussed, in CPI both the goods and services are calculated, where in WPI only goods are calculated. The CPI gives you the consumer perspective, while the WPI gives you the retail perspective. And in WPI, more weightage is given to manufactured goods, while in CPI, more weightage is given to the food items. Now that we have understood the concepts, let us give a go to this mock question. Which of this following brings out the consumer price index for industrial workers? Comment your answer in the comment section. Let us look at the second article of the day. Finland leaders say country will seek NATO membership. Let us look at what NATO is. NATO is basically the largest military alliance. It is established in 1949 by several countries like USA, Canada after your Second World War. After your Second World War, the globe has been divided into 2 parts, one led by USA and the other led by Soviet Union. These 30 members collectively formed a military alliance. Presently, there are 30 countries in NATO, mostly US, Canada and the western part of the Europe. This headquarters is at Brussels, Belgium. All these 30 countries have equal say and unanimous vote. The proceedings in this particular organization will be through unanimous and consensual leadership. Let us look at the third article of the day. Event Horizon reveals true colors of SGRA. Let us go back to the basics. Let us learn what Event Horizon is. Event Horizon is basically a conglomerate of 30 telescopes which are based from the ground. Meaning these 30 telescopes will cover the entire globe and look at it with an extreme high resolution perspective. This is a collaboration between 13 intermediaries. This is designed to capture images of black holes in particular. This offers a new way to study the most extreme objects in the universe as predicted by Einstein's general theory of relativity. These telescopes, let us look where these telescopes are. One is Karma, one is at CSO, one is at GCMT, one is at SMA, ARO-SMT, ALMA, ASTE, APEC, LTM, NOEMA, IRAM. Basically, you can see that these particular telescopes cover the entire globe, and it will give you a high resolution images, and it will try to find out what the black holes are and what they do. Event horizon is based on the principle called very long baseline interferometer. Let us look at a mock question. Find the correct statements about Event Horizon Telescope. It is credited with capturing the first ever image of a black hole. Event Horizon works on the principle of very long baseline interferometer. Both Hubble telescope and Event Horizon telescopes are examples of space telescope. We have just learned that Event Horizon is an example of ground-based telescope. Unlike Hubble telescope, the EHT telescope is not operated by NASA. Kindly answer your answer in the comment box. That is all for today, and we will come up with another session tomorrow. Thank you.